Hey folks, it's Rod with Pow Group. Welcome back on The Pursuit of Wealth, your home for MJ Stocks, crypto assets, news, and interviews. Also the channel that was created by a retail investor for retail investors and home to the best MJ community. It's Wednesday, October 9th. Happy hump day. Hope you're doing awesome. In this video, we're going to be looking at Green Thumb. We're going to take a look at their upcoming Q3 2024 earnings. We're going to take a peek at the chart as well. I'll give my thoughts and opinions on the technicals and what to expect in terms of price action in the days, weeks ahead. But spoiler alert, it's looking pretty good. Before we get to it, though, make sure to smash the like. If you're new, you can subscribe, tick the bell, and you'll be notified on any future videos or when I go live. You can follow us over on X as well, formerly Twitter. Handle for that is @GroupPow. Going to be using that as my platform of choice going forward. And as always, this is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. Never buy or sell anything based on anything that I say, all right? Green Thumb to hold Q3 2024 earnings and conference call on November 7th, and that's going to be after the market closes. And then the conference call will commence at 5 p.m. Eastern Time on November 7th as well. And there's the details that you can join the call. In terms of estimates, we have 282.7 million in terms of revenue and EPS, earnings per share. They're forecasting 0.0647, which would be slightly lower than a couple quarters ago and what they actually came in with last quarter. So we'll see what happens here. But yeah, they're one of the darlings in the space. They're from a fundamental standpoint, there's no other company like it. But that has a lot to do with the fact that they only operate in 14 states at the moment, and they don't have any international footprint, right? They're not really growing at that exponential rate that would, and that to that capacity that would, eat into their margins. So I think that's why they stand out and why they have such high margins. Same thing kind of with Trulieve, right? They're not really focusing too much on, they're focusing mainly on Florida and a select few states. And they've actually been getting out of states that haven't been profitable. So they're taking a more incremental approach. Whereas, take a look at like a name like Cureleaf, right? It's an LP as well. It has a business in Canada and it has a business in Europe as well. So that, requires a lot of capital expenditures, CapEx, etc., and eats into the bottom line. But Green Thumb, they've had stellar margins. We've had nothing but great reports. So we'll see if they can continue that trend. At the moment, we do have you could say this is a bit of a falling wedge here, and we're trying to break out of a bullish here at the moment. We could see an EMA 12 and 26 bull cross as well, so that's looking good. And we've already had our corrections. So we had our 5 ways initially. We had our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then an ABC correction. So we'll see if we can break out of this bullish, get our EMA 12 and 26 bull cross here on the weekly time frame as well, and we can start to flip the other way. But this is looking pretty good. We're also trying to get back above this fib level here as well. So we're contending with very strong resistance at the moment. On the daily time frame, we could see an EMA 12 and 26 bull cross there as well. So that's looking great. And then on the monthly EMA 12 and 26 bull cross lining up as well. So it's looking like over the next, I would say, could be a month, could be 2, but I would say, no more than 3 or 4 months, this thing should be flying high, in my opinion, no pun intended. We should really start to see a sizable uptick in price appreciation here because of the fact that, we haven't bounced on the monthly since all the way back in April, and it's 2 monthly inside bars in a row. So our key resistance to break is going to be 1087. If we break that, we break the high of the last month, and that'll be the first time in half a year that we started the monthly bounce. And like I said, we have all of those daily, weekly, and monthly EMA 12 and 26 bull crosses lining up. That is looking fantastic. If we break that 1087 resistance, we have a lack of resistance all the way up to 1633. So this is looking real juicy at the moment. In terms of the weekly time frame, we also just had a stochastic and a MACD bull cross, and we're closing over the 10-week moving average here. So this is looking really, really good. I think we could see a sizable move coming. And then if we can get over that 50 weekly there at 1173, we have some runway until about $16, and you can see that 200 weekly has been an absolute brick wall ever since we lost it as support, came back, resistance, 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 and we're going to try again. Usually, that third time is a charm, and we're coming on that now. So get above $16, we could be at 20, 25 bucks in a hurry. If we take a look at our prior resistance here on the price action as well, we have a level there at 20, and then another major level at 28. So yeah, if we get above $16, $17, this thing could fly up to 25 bucks in very short order. We also just had a death cross as well in the daily time frame, and we've already seen quite a bit of downside as a result. So the fact that we've seen tons of downside ensued after the fact, then we're still bumping our heads right now in the daily time frame. It's still acting as resistance. You can see here it was acting as support. We lost it. That was the first initial warning sign. Came back down, lost it, confirmed resistance, 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 resistance. So when we get 2, preferably 3 candle closes over that 50-day moving average here, we could easily see ourselves back up around $12, which would be the 200-day moving average, which again has been very strong resistance ever since back in June. So things are heating up here in a big way. We have the elections coming up in just a few weeks. Hard to believe. Time flies. And then we have Florida vote for adult use. So this is probably going to be the result of Florida passing. And we're probably going to see, them mention MJ during the election campaigns here. I'm saying 10 to 20 days before the election, they're going to really start to pump it because they're focusing on swing states, which we know are very pro MJ. And they also want to sway young voters to come out and vote. So what do both of those demographics like? They like MJ. So I think they're going to use that as a way to sway young voters and those swing states. So things are starting to heat up, like I said, in a big way. And then if we get rescheduling, there's even talks of descheduling, and congressional Democrats urge the DEA to reschedule as quick as possible and also look at full descheduling. So things, like I said, are shaping up to be quite interesting here into the end of the year here. It should be an exciting time. But like I said, if we can get that monthly, that's what I'm looking at, is the monthly EMA 12 and 26 bull cross. If we see that cross, it's going to be go time at that point. I think that's only the second time in history. Yeah, we had one here and we absolutely exploded. Then we had the bear cross. Yeah, this would be the second time in history on GTBIF that we have the monthly EMA 12 and 26 bull cross. We almost had it here, and look what happened as a result of that, right? But 160% of upside. If we go back to all-time highs, just from current levels, you're looking at about a 266% plus move from here. And anything's possible. I'm not expecting that, in the next few months or anything like that. But I think, over the next couple of months, we could easily be back up to around 20 to $25 if Florida passes and we get, some positive rhetoric into the elections. And who knows, maybe we even get full-blown descheduling at some point. A lot quicker than many people think. I still think we're going to see rescheduling first, but then, ultimately the end goal will be to deschedule, and that could happen as a result of a new administration, potentially. All right, going in it there, it's Rod with the Pow Group. Thanks again for joining us on the Pursuit of Wealth. Let me know what you think of these upcoming earnings. Do you think they're going to beat, or do you think they're going to miss in terms of estimates? Always love hearing from you. Hope you have a great night. First night tonight at the Oilers play, so excited for that. Got myself a couple Molos and a couple XMGs, so pretty stoked. All right, have a good one. We'll see you on the next video.